Hello traders, welcome back. In this video, we are going to be discussing a very simple approach, using the daily time frame and some very simple EMAs to find out what is really happening in the currency market. And the idea is to find out which currency is moving in which specific direction so that you can then pair them accordingly and make some trading decisions. Now, before we proceed, I really want you guys to subscribe to my channel. Click on the bell icon so you get notified every time I make or publish a new video. So let's go ahead and understand what is this EMA approach all about. So here you can see I've made a very simple profile which has got the 8 currency index. Now here I just have the 8 EMA, the 13 EMA, I have the 21 EMA, and I have the 50 EMA. Now in these EMAs, the idea is to keep all your charts, all your individual index charts on the daily time frame, and then you are in a position to see which direction or which currency is moving in which specific direction. Now here, what I have done is that if you can see right here, I have the grid lines which are marked. So you can see on the chart here on the Euro chart, the grid lines. Now these grid lines basically are separators, which is showing you the January, month of February, and the current month of March. Now you can see here Jan, February, March. So all the charts you can see Jan, Feb, and March, and you will notice that in the month of Jan and Feb, which is the year 2020, you would have noticed that there is not much of movement that has happened at all. So you can see here the pound has been flat for Jan and Feb. Again, the euro, you had some movement in the month of Feb. Dollar, you had slight movement in the month of Feb. But overall, if you see on every currency index, there hasn't been any major moves as such in the start of the year. So basically the Jan and Feb was relatively quiet. You had opportunities, of course, if you go month by month, you can see here in the month of Feb, you would have seen euro on the daily chart. You can see how the price was dropping. So euro was obviously going down, and you had the dollar which was going up. So you had euro dollar as a very good pair to be trading in the month of Feb, at least for the first 15 days of Feb. Now, what the daily time frame analysis does is that this is the first step that I would look at even before I get into any kind of analysis. I just want to know the overall direction of a specific currency even before I think of getting into further analysis. So this is the first step. This is a very simple analysis which tells you which direction a currency is heading. Now, obviously, you know that there are a lot of currency strength meters available online. Even I have certain currency strength meters, but the only disadvantage what I feel about these currency strength meters is that they will obviously give you a certain number, which will be, like a +9 is a strong reading and a -1 is a weak reading. Of course, you can use these currency strength meters on the currency pairs, or apply it to your strategy, which is obviously going to help you. But the reason why I like these index charts is because you can look at these charts just like any other currency pair chart you look at. So it becomes very easy for you to apply EMAs or any technical indicator and analyze it as a currency and not as a currency pair. So here you can see, if you look at what has been happening across, so we know what's happening right now globally with the coronavirus thing happening, and you know what is happening in the stock markets globally. However, if you look at the currency market, you will see that it has been this month, the month of March, when all the currencies have suddenly exploded and have taken a sense of direction. So you can see how the New Zealand, the Aussie, the Canadian, they've all started to move, and there is a sense of direction in all these currency pairs. You saw the sudden rise in the USD. Obviously, there are many economic factors behind this, but the idea right now for me is I'm not really looking at the underlying factors. I'm only trying to see what I can see, just with the naked eye, just with one single approach, that what is happening on a specific currency, so I can pair them accordingly. So right now, obviously, you can see the euro going up, the dollar going up on the daily time frame. So I am not really looking at trading the euro dollar at all. I am not interested. So if you see the euro going up, you can see that the pound has been going down. So obviously a euro GBP buy would be a good option. Alternatively, you can also look at a sell on the GBP CHF, right? So what this does is even if I'm looking at these charts just once in a day, maybe in the London session, or just before the London session, only by looking at these daily charts, I know which is the best currency to be looking at. For example, in this month, in fact, if you look at last week, you saw that the Aussie was dropping. So if you simply go into the Aussie profile, you can see this was the week that ended. You can see the Aussie dollar, Aussie yen, Aussie CAD, Aussie Kiwi, all the Aussie pairs were going down, right? So this is a very simple way to understand that I should be trading on the Aussie. Now, which pair should I be trading on? That is something obviously you can just pair it by looking at the overall daily time frame. Now, this is the first step really I take even before I go into smaller time frames like a 1 hour or a 4 hour to really look at entering a trade. But my day would begin by a very simple analysis of just looking at these 8 indexes on the daily chart, only to understand which direction are they heading in. So I know that any pair that I'm trading, so if I'm looking at Euro GBP at this moment, and if I decide to trade Euro GBP, I know that I'm only looking for a buy entry. So euro going up, pound going down, if I'm looking at trading, I'm only looking for a buy entry, whether I'm on a 1 hour time frame or a 30-minute time frame basis. Based on your strategy or analysis, I'm only going to look for buy entries because this is what the daily time frame is doing. So I'm going to go in the direction of the longer term time frames, right? So you can see also, if you look at this on the daily, right? So you can see pound is something that you would have totally avoided in the month of Jan and Feb. So you're not going to be looking at pound at all. Instead, if you look at it month on month, you can see here, this is the euro month of Feb. You can see that, it started dropping. So this is the early half of Feb 2020. And now if you go down to the euro basket, and you can see this is the 3 months. So you can see this is the month of February. Euro dollar was dropping. You see euro pound, not great moves, but overall you can see that euro was indeed weak, right? So your best option would have been the euro dollar. Why? Because you obviously saw a weak euro, but at the same time you saw that even though you saw a weak euro, you at the same time saw that the dollar was going up in the month of Feb. So by simply sticking to the daily time frame, it gives you an overall perspective. Now, this is not this doesn't mean that you simply jump onto a trade, but at least you know which trade you should be looking at, or even better, which pair you should be avoiding. Now, maybe you're a euro dollar trader, you know for a fact that if you're trading euro dollar and with both currencies rising this way, it would be very difficult to get a good trade entry, right? But at the same time, if you just had to change your trading opportunity or a trading pair, instead of euro dollar, you were looking at the euro Aussie, or you're looking to buy euro Aussie instead of euro dollar, your success rate will automatically increase, right? So this is, I mean, irrespective of whichever strategy you're using, I highly recommend that you have a simple profile like this. In fact, I would just like to tell you that I've started my own Telegram channel because I received a lot of requests for trade setups and some market reviews, real-time market reviews and real-time trade setups. It's very difficult for me to really upload videos during real-time market situations. So instead, I have a Telegram channel where I will just post real-time market reviews or any trade setups that I can see or any trade entries that I am making. I will share the link for the Telegram channel towards the end of the video. In fact, this profile is very simple to make. It is nothing but an 8, 13, 21, and a 50. However, if you want the same profile, I've already uploaded it in my Telegram channel, so you can feel free to subscribe, and I will be uploading more content, maybe indicators and other stuff on my Telegram channel, because it's easier to coordinate on the channel rather than keep making videos. I will keep posting videos, but these videos will be more of more informative information which you can use in your day-to-day trading. Like I said, this one simple approach will really change the way you are trading. Simply looking at a profile like this, by looking at the 8 currencies on their daily time frame, will give you a very different perspective, and you will see a definitive change in your trading results, because most often a lot of traders are not looking at what is happening on the longer term time frame and only looking at the shorter term. You can look at this first and then go down to the shorter term time frame, and then you will see a change in your trading results. Right, I hope you like this video. I will be posting more videos. If you have any questions, please you can ask me in the comment section below. And like I said, I really want you guys to subscribe and share these videos with other trader friends. I'm sure even they will benefit out of it. The link to the Telegram channel is mentioned in the description below. I look forward to seeing you in my Telegram channel. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. Thank you. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.